Hi, my name is Rich and I have a mental health problem. I'm depressed. However, I'm not suicidal. So, in the UK, my needs seem to be treated with less seriousness than if I was really ill. That's despite the effects that they have on my life and on the lives of my loved ones. Now, I understand the reason for this to some extent. It's clearly an emergency if someone is in danger to themselves or to others. Now, looking at mental health that way does very few favours to depressives or the population as a whole. I'm currently not working. This is due to unemployment, but I've found that this is combined with the depression that I already have, and I'm feeling ill, and this demotivates me further. I'm finding it's a real struggle to write more than a few lines at a time, even though I've spent my working life as a professional writer and communicator. When I'm well, I can be very positively motivated and passionate about what I'm doing, but that's just not how I feel at the moment. I desire to stay small, hidden, and hide myself away from this big scary world outside, and this is affecting my life in many ways, just beyond the energylessness and the wasted days and sleepless nights that I'm enduring. I'm sure a lot of those kind of symptoms feel common to a lot of people. Now, part of the reason that I'm not on camera for this video, and you're looking at hopefully something that you're finding quite amusing, is that I'm finding it difficult to look after myself at the moment. I need a haircut, or at the very least I need to sort out this scraggly mess that is my beard. I'm not the preening type at the best of times, but this persistent low mood really does make it difficult to care for myself. As I mentioned, I'm currently looking for work, but when you're depressed, the motivation to get on with things is difficult to come by. I doubt anyone enjoys filling out application forms. Now, there really would be a mental illness. But when faced with the demotivation that depression delivers, it makes an already unpleasant job into a complete uphill struggle. You feel less able to sell yourself because, let's face it, you can barely convince yourself of your own worth, yet alone convince a sceptical HR manager. Ideally, this would be the time to do things. I'm here. I don't have a lot else to do at the moment other than fill in application forms. That should be the one benefit of not being in work. I've been doing some volunteer work in community radio recently, staying well away from microphones, and I've really been enjoying that. And, staying behind in the technical department, helping them set up broadband, all useful things to do and enhance your skill set a little bit. Now, ideally you would find that would be something you could do when you're unemployed. But with depression, even though I'm really passionate about the ideal of building local community interaction, I still don't feel that I have the time and patience to do these things. And, I'm out there, I'm doing as much as I can, but when I come back home and there are things that I have to do for my day-to-day life that I'm not so passionate about, like washing, doing the laundry, or putting the bath panel back on in my bathroom. If you look around my house, the demotivation is plain to see. I can't face the possibility of not doing well first time that I do things. Or, also I could damage the expensive materials that I'm using to try and beautify my home, and partly I don't want to face that I may, damage something. And two, I don't want to pay the cost because I'm unemployed at the moment. Put the two together, it's a dangerous combination to sit on the sofa all day, isn't it? So, I do nothing. Nothing at all. And my motivation diminishes, and my fear builds, and it's not a good place to be. So, what do I need? Well, this video is part of it. this is a little bit of therapy and reflection for me. Talking about my problems and being open with them, I'm helping myself. But I also have an additional motivation. As a country, we need to understand that mental health illnesses are real and they have an effect on people's lives far beyond the urge to physically harm yourself. I think in the quest for impactful material, the unrelenting, cold, grinding and demoralising slog of most depressions has been removed from the public consciousness of the effects of this disease. You understand the reason why, if you're a charity, you would focus on the most immediate and scary effects, because that's what raises money and that's what gets attention. And as I always say, the nail that sticks out gets the hammer. Let's use a little analogy if we can. If you had the flu, you wouldn't go to work. Yet we continue to act as though mental health is not an important thing until it reaches the level of a terminal illness. Yet mental ill health undermines all of your activities and it sabotages the positive actions that you need to improve the conditions. Yeah, thanks for listening.